Stir up some sweet life. We've been talking about the word savor, SAVOR. And what is to savor? It is to, on purpose, enjoy something, to fully put our attention on it, to notice it. So how can we do that word? How can we use that word with our life in Christ to savor the life that we have, this sweet life in Christ? We use the first letter of the word savor, S, and we talked about being sensitive in a personal way, in our personal relationship with Christ, to listen to his voice, and then to carefully do what he has told us to do. So be sensitive to God's voice. And then the A, we talked about the word anticipate. I love to anticipate things almost all the time, but to anticipate, to have eyes wide open. Now, this can also be in the testing times when we feel that God is testing us or growing us. And during those times, even then, eyes wide open. What is God doing? What can we anticipate that he will do through whatever it is that's touching our life? So that's the A. And the V, we talked about valued. We are valuable in Christ. We talked about Jesus Christ giving his life for us. That's how valuable we are. We are also valuable to him every day that we live. He has a purpose and a plan for us. So we are valuable to him to do those things he's called us to do, to be that person he wants us to be. Today, our letter is the letter O. And the word that I'm thinking about on the O word is opportunity. How can we savor an opportunity? How can we fully, on purpose, notice it and use that as a moment to savor a sweet life? Well, we have opportunities every day. Now you say, well, I never get out of the house, Judy. Well, then I guess your opportunity is either with that person that's there in the house with you, or those that connect with you even throughout your day. That's your job, is to look for the opportunity that God has set for you today, every day, to use that as a way to share your life in Christ, the sweet life of Christ, that even in the middle of circumstance. You know, Paul, he knew all about this. In Colossians chapter 4, verse 5, it says, 4, verse 5, it says, be wise in the way you act toward others, making the most of every opportunity to redeem the time. Now, I love that verse because it has a lot in there. Well, Paul, he knew about a life that was difficult, didn't he? He was shipwrecked. He was beaten. He was imprisoned. He went through so many things, but yet he boldly proclaimed Christ. So how is that with us and savoring? Well, savoring an opportunity. What about us? Do we feel like we've been beaten up sometimes? I think we do. We go through trials and things that come and touch our life, and we don't like it at all. And I don't imagine Paul liked being beaten up either. But we kind of feel maybe a similar thing in that, you know, we feel like we've been beaten by life and circumstance at times. Do we ever feel like we've been shipwrecked? Like there we're done now. There is nothing else that can be done. We're at the end of the line. Shipwreck on an island, I guess you could say. Well, that's not a very good feeling, is it? We may feel like our life has, no purpose or something. Well, what about Paul when he was imprisoned? How was he able to walk through that? How about us when we might feel imprisoned with a diagnosis or with a relationship or just our work or just our daily life, all the plates spinning? We feel imprisoned and in bondage to that at times. Well, how can God use those things to help us boldly proclaim Him? Well, it's our opportunity. He will open up the door. All we have to do is open up our eyes, be willing, be ready to give a good word about what Christ has done for you. I hope your day is wonderful. See you next time.